I am depressed. Don't feel bad for me. Feel bad for my friends. What a burden for them, huh? Yeah, anyone else chronically depressed before the pandemic and then you became a weird depression guru for all your friends who had never been sad? Oh, it's just really hard. Yeah, no shit. Remember all the calls you ignored? I had to teach my friends. I had to teach them the etiquette. No, you get one day. Depressed people know this. You get one day. And that is if you got a really close friend. You can unload and be honest, and they will be there for you. For one day. But if the next day you call up that same friend, and they're like, how you doing? And you go, I'm still depressed. They're going to be like, all right, what do you want from me? Could you not talk about your depression so much? It's really bumming me out. My depression bums you out. That's crazy. Yeah, you know what bums me out? Everything. I'm depressed. People say things if they think you're depressed, right? They'll be like, I'm always here for you. Call at any time. Not a close friend, because then you might actually call and it's like, let me live. But a man who works 5 offices down from you that you've never spoken to will send you a Facebook message in the middle of the night and be like, I'm always here for you. If you need anyone at any hour, call me. You can't do that. You can't call Charles from accounting at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday. I mean, you can, but he's not going to answer, and he's going to report you to HR, trust me. Also, what do you do if that guy does answer? Hey, Chuck, I know it's late, sorry. How are the kids? Oh, me? It's kind of a funny story. I'm thinking about killing myself, Chuck. Right? You can't say that. Some people are laughing, a couple people are tense because like, oh my God, she's talking about suicide, which you can't do because people are like, oh, it's a cry for help, which is ridiculous because if you help me, that's homicide. Also, if you even say you've thought about killing yourself and you don't immediately try to kill yourself, for the rest of your life, everybody you know is going to be like, oh my God, she's so dramatic. For the rest of your life, right? You can go on antidepressants, go to a therapist, you can go to a psych ward and get a full evaluation, print it out, and be like, actually, I'm fine. It says it right here. And everyone will go, uh-huh. Yeah, good for you, buddy. Hang in there. Don't hang. Just keep on keeping on. Because people who don't have mental illness, they're not around mental illness, they don't understand it's an illness, right? It's like your brain has a cold or whatever fucking stupid memes you have to send to your friends. Like, okay. But we don't treat mental illness the way we treat physical illness. No one's ever like, yeah, Jim's a cool guy, but between you and me, he got the flu pretty bad in the 90s, so keep an eye on him. You don't get the bullshit advice with a physical illness you get if you have a mental illness like depression. People will go, you just gotta get outside. Just get some sunshine, you'll be fine. You'd never say that to your friend with cancer. Just get outside, get some sunshine. I have melanoma. Oh. Well, have you tried just not having cancer? Which sounds insane, right? But if you're depressed long enough, eventually one of your friends goes, well, just don't be. And then you have to go, oh, I forgot, I'm also a stupid idiot. Thank you, I'm cured. So then your friends are calling you like, oh, you're still depressed? And you're just lying because you have guilt on top of your depression. You're just like, no, I'm at the corner of happy and healthy. But you're just walking around a Walgreens in the same robe that you've been wearing for a month. And they're like, ma'am, you have to quit coming here needing the nail polish. And you're like, this is all I have right now. This is just a bit. You guys don't have to come up to me after the show and ask if I'm okay. I'm not, but it's not gonna help, you know? If it's cathartic for you because you're also depressed, you're like, oh, I get it, I hear her, I'm glad, that's why I started talking about it, but please don't send me an email about your depression. I can't help you. Talk to somebody, don't suffer in silence. Do what I do, speak up, make everybody around you suffer too. No, that's the instinct, right? You're like, oh, I should reach out to my other depressed friend. It's just gonna become a weird suicide pact. I'm like, you free Tuesday? Let's jump together in the nude. They'll think we were lovers, you know? By the way, PSA, since I started on hardcore mental health stuff for my set, if anyone needs it, just so you know, you can actually see a licensed therapist 100% free right now anywhere in America. So just so you guys know that. Yeah, so if you're struggling, yeah. You don't have to have insurance. You don't even have to have an appointment. You can just go into any therapist's office and just go, help! Someone will see you. Like, come on in, sit down. That's right, I'm a white woman. We treat them like they're auto mechanics for our emotions. Like, do you have duct tape for my soul? Do you have a pill to make me happy? Please. I did. I went to a therapist. She's like, well, sit down. Tell me about your life and your childhood. And I was like, well, right, here we go. When I was 8, my dad abandoned me in a Waffle House, which is true. Thank you for laughing. It's also pretty sad. I'm honestly more of a pancake person, but what are you gonna do, you know? He was a meth head. Nobody knew, you know, because he was fat and a meth head. Like, well, how are you both? Pick an addiction. What are you eating the meth? What the fuck? You don't know. You don't know your parents are fucked up. As a kid, whatever your parents did, you thought that's what they did. And if your dad was a meth head, you weren't like, my dad has a drug addiction. You were like, my dad is the most fun dad in the whole town. He put together a trampoline in the middle of the night last night, and we got on it with pogo sticks. Never mind. Fun man. He's dead. What can you do? Fat meth head. It'll get you. One of the two things. We've all got vices. We've all got them. Everyone's just shuffling. You try to get clean, you end up moving to something else. I remember my mom got sober. She just started chugging coffee out of these 50-ounce trucker big gulp mugs. Just like, gotta get a buzz somehow, kids! She should be on the high school football game sideline screaming at players. I wasn't in high school. I was 7. She just wanted something to yell at, you know? Mine are food and sex. I realized recently I'm actually just shoving things into both holes, trying to keep the feelings tucked in. Just cupcakes, dicks. I'm not sad. Also dicks, and sometimes cupcakes. Fuck it. I'm gonna get a yeast infection anyway. In this heat, might as well get a sugar rush, you know? I gotta feel something down there. When is the sexual peak for women? I'm so fucking scared. I had 2 vibrators die this week. Not the batteries, by the way, the vibrators. One went up in flames. It's like, you're on your own, bitch. Get a hobby. I can't. I'm scared. I've had girlfriends a little bit older than me the last couple years. They tried to warn me. They're like, just wait. Wait until you get to your 30s. You're going to get so much hornier. At which point a woman in her 40s always seems to pop up and is like, wait till you get to your 40s! Who are you? How did you get in my home? Why are you bleeding? She's just thrown herself through a window. She's covered in cum and shards of glass for some reason. I need a dick. Why are you tapping your veins? I gotta take him intravenously now. I blew my pussy out in a gangbang 2 years ago. Oh my God. I am so sorry, don't be. It was the greatest night of my life. I can't get hornier. Someone's gonna die. Probably me. I have rheumatoid arthritis now, so sometimes when I'm on top of a guy, my hips and my knees just lock up. And I have to be like, I hit the button. And the guy's always like, your clit. And I have to be like, no, my life alert. Like, it's fucked. Does anyone else have that where your legs just go like you fucking... They're just now they're just starting to give out. I need breaks when I'm on top. And any other woman just have your legs, you're just like, no, I just gotta straighten them out for a minute. Just for a minute. And men don't stop having sex with you while you're like, just gonna let me stretch. And I'm like, oh, yeah. It's terrible because I'm trying to own my sexuality, right? Like, I've always been sexually liberal, which is a PC way of saying I've been a slut for a long time. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to own it. I'm like, yeah, let's fuck my knee. Fuck, I need a seat. I gotta take a hot, sexy seat. That's fun when you're trying to hook up with it. I'm gonna take a painkiller. Here's what we're gonna do. You see if you can make me come before I pass out, huh? Not a game anyone wants to play in 2021. No, I'm literally consenting, please. You're not gonna deny a dying woman her wish. Are you? And nothing gets a guy harder than you being like, please. It could be my last time around the sun, you know? And doggy style used to be a challenge purely from an arm strength perspective. You know what I mean? Anyone in here, if you've been done from behind, we got a minute and a half, 2 minutes before you're at least like, come on. It feels good because we're all strong, independent. We want it to end before we go from full plank to half plank. Like, and then you just start sort of like trying to get your butt higher, like, make it end. And that's a position where it usually goes quickly. So then if it goes too long, I get in my head like, no, my pussy's gone bad. They're gonna send me out to sea. So then I'll try to clinch and make it tighter. You know how you can clinch and make it tighter? You know what I'm talking about, right? She's like, yeah, the old nutcracker, I got it. But my ass is already so flat, so then when I clinch, it looks like my butthole's like sucking my body in like a black hole. Oh, it's the end. And that's not gonna make a guy come harder, so I'm trying to stick it out. But you can't do both, so I start curving. I'm like, do you like that? Do you like how it looks like I have scoliosis? Is that fun for you? And those are like the glory days. Now I have like 10 seconds before it's a full collapse, which also men don't stop fucking you. If you've never collapsed in doggy style, nothing better could happen to a straight man, because they're like, I did that with my dick! Yeah, I killed her! And by the way, no one I'm fucking is a professional athlete. Surprise, surprise, didn't nab one of the Lakers with this sparkling personality of mine. So now I've collapsed, he's lost me as a crutch, and he's getting weaker, and now his hairy dad bod is mushing into my back fat, creating a weird sweat pool, and I'm trapped, lodged under this man, like, this is it. This is how I die. With a man's nipples just in my eye. And then it just makes that, like, tanning bed salon fart noise from the, like, and I'm trapped wondering, is that my back or my pussy? I don't know. Not a fun place to be as a woman. Because as a lady, you queef, and the instinct is, well, I have to leave the planet now. Call my pussy Doge boys, we're going to the moon. And look, at this point, the therapist was like, all right, let's take a breath. And then I'll finish here, right here on the stage, just, oh yeah. The therapist said to me, a licensed therapist said to me, you're not depressed. You've had a terrible life. This is a normal emotional response. Thank God. Oh, I thought I was one of those crazy depressed people, right? It's like, get outside. Is there a pill for that? You have any drugs for a bad life? I'll try heroin. One last thing. I tried group therapy. Don't do that. Group therapy is like the Kentucky Derby of who had it the worst, right? The therapist comes in and sits down, and then it's just like, and they're off. Coming out first is a gay man with Republican parents, guy born with no legs, set in the face. Young black male in America's coming around from the outside, touched by an uncle's coming in from the inside. It's even considered being molested if the relative's hot, or it's just like, ooh, this isn't odd. It's like, yeah, he's my uncle. But it's like David Beckham, and he's a doctor. Never mind, I'm not going to get a guy that good. And the winner is Pfizer, probably. The real winner is the therapist who's like, I don't know if you're mentally ill, but come back twice a week for the rest of your life. I want to get a yacht. Sorry. I don't even think I'm depressed. I think I'm bipolar, because I have like really low lows and then just super high lows.